Thanks for your interest in learning more about women's wrestling. Let's start with some statistics about girls' high school wrestling. In 2016, there were only 6 states that had sanctioned girls' wrestling, but by 2022, we have 34. We have seen rapid growth in just 6 years. As more and more states sanction the sport of girls' wrestling, these eager young women responded to opportunities that had never been offered before. In 2019, participation had climbed to over 28,000 girls across the country. The pandemic has made it difficult to get an accurate count for participation the last 2 years. But if we were able to achieve over 28,000 participants during the 2019-2020 season with only 19 states sanctioned, there's good reason to believe that in 2022, with 15 more states having sanctioned girls' high school wrestling, that 28,000 number is going to increase by quite a lot. According to the National Federation of High School Sports, in 2019, girls' wrestling participation numbers made the sport the 14th most popular in the country. But the trajectory of growth is impressive, and remember, we haven't gotten our updated 2022 numbers yet. Will we be near the 60,000 number where field hockey sits? We think so. And the amazing thing is, we're still at a steep incline. While the high school growth is significant, it's not to be outdone by the growth at the collegiate level. A picture says 1,000 words, and the rate of growth here is obvious. Right now, the NCAA sits at 58 programs across all divisions. The NAIA, 43 schools, and the NJCAA, 13. There is plenty of opportunity for competitions across the country. Here's a map of just the NCAA women's wrestling programs in all divisions. And yes, as you see, the East Coast, and especially the Northeast, has many of those programs. However, we do need more NCAA programs out towards the West, and we have plenty of NAIA and NJCAA programs to compete with you if you choose to start a program, and we hope you do. Diversity among female collegiate wrestlers is impressive. At the 2020 National Collegiate Women's Wrestling Championship, the championship that will become the NCAA Women's Wrestling Championship once we move from emerging sports status to championship status. At this event, almost 50% of the athletes were non-white. Moreover, USA Wrestling, our national governing body, reports that female membership across all age groups represents a noteworthy degree of diversity. There are a surplus of women's collegiate wrestling competition opportunities. Those opportunities include dual meets with over 114 pre-existing teams, over 30 women's collegiate opens offered annually. There are national duals tournaments, all of the USA Wrestling events, individual championships, and we've even seen women's divisions added at men's Division I tournaments. With all of this high school and collegiate growth, we are still not satisfied. We press on with more initiatives and more growth. Of course, we continue to work at the high school level because we want to see 50 states strong offering high school girls wrestling. We support current programs and we educate those individuals who are willing to work with us to continue to grow the sport. Sometimes that means full-on varsity programming. Sometimes that means starting with freestyle wrestling clubs. But we're here to help. We're also working hard to improve our number of female coaches and officials. The sport of wrestling is lucky. We have many national partners working across the country as gender allies. USA Wrestling, Wrestle Like a Girl, the National Wrestlers Coaches Association, the National Wrestling Hall of Fame, Wrestlers in Business Network, Division I Women's Wrestling, and of course, the United States Olympic and Paralympic Committee. We hope that you're eager to hear more because we're eager to share. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us so we can continue the conversation.